It was September 4th, 7th, a little fuzzy on the dates. Never thought I'd see a crane like this come rolling into my office, but it was stacked. Well, it was unstacking. Counterweights, that is. You can see them there. The thing with the wheels, the big metal plates, didn't need those anymore, so it was going to take them off. I'm actually not sure I can do the entire video like this. But welcome to the Starbase summary. I'm Das. Let's talk about what's going on at Starbase. So we've got plenty of time for these crane counterweights to be unloaded from the SPMT. Hey, had a Cybertruck driving through there. Apparently we've got quite a bit of footage from the crane counterweights. Going really fast. Back there in the Rocket Garden parking garage on the left-hand side, still some scaffolding there in Ship 30. The lighting, look at the lighting there. It's sort of shiny. The background's sort of dark, but you get the sheen on the ship. I don't even know if I can read all those. It's 14.1, Ship 26, Ship 32, Ship... I didn't quite get it. Well, go back and read it. I'm not going to pause it and go back. There's a bunch of ships in there, let's put it that way. The test tanks, actually, here. 14.1 is the one that they've been slapping with the chopsticks, and the other test tank there, it's been back there for a little while. Starhopper actually went for a walk across the street. You can see there's that little sort of SpaceX fencing around there, but that's what we called danger lot previously. Be interesting to see where we're going to end up putting our trailer for the next launch. Work continuing on the Frankensticks over here, getting them ready for their Halloween costume with these, I guess they're not fake stitches that they've put on them. They're real stitches. Well, they're real weld stitches at least. Just continuing to watch all of the preparations as they, I'm going to say, try to give the chopsticks a chance at surviving a catch. I do think that's what's going on here. I haven't read an internal memo or anything like that, but it is an awful lot of work. Over this way, if you watch the ship nose cone there sticking above the building, that's Ship 31, and it snuck over to Mega Bay 2. Here's a great shot of it from Marion. Look at all the work. Look at all the people with the vests going in. They look like they should be like penguins or something like that, but they're dressed improperly. Ship 31 got hooked to, it says crane. It's really the gantry crane. It's really a gantry crane in the top of the high bay there, Mega Bay. But they put it on those lifting points, sort of, they have this jig. You can't see it, you're just seeing one side here, but it sort of simulates where the chopsticks would pick this ship up. Bridge crane, that's what I was looking for. It's not a gantry crane because it doesn't have the gantry. The building is the gantry. We got into some really interesting testing here, and I think a very interesting thing here is the fact that people seem to be riding the chopsticks. Look up at the top. There are people there riding the chopsticks like an elevator. I'm actually curious whether or not, I don't think the chopsticks are rated as an elevator. That's actually interesting to think about. I don't know the rules. I didn't look them up in advance, but clearly they're working on it. I'm just surprised that people are allowed to be on it while it moves. Working on that camera mount. Again, that looks like a Moog camera mount. I haven't read the label on it. All the chopsticks getting in the way of me looking at the camera mount. Seriously, chopsticks? So we saw them go through a lot of motions here. You can tell this is sped up a little bit. You see how the people are moving a little bit jittery there. And the clouds were going by in the background. You've got a string there on the left lower side of the tower. You sort of see that this is still sped up. Just lots of details there. You can see that massive hinge and the big, you can see the cables up at the top in that huge, it's not a hook, but it's like the connection point where the cables sort of connect to the big carrier that connects to the chopsticks. Just a lot of gratuitous shots, details on the chopsticks. If you want to look more, like pause it. You can always pause the video and look around on it. If you're on a mobile device, you can zoom in a little bit, right? This is down near the base of Tower 1. Continuing to work there as well. Got some scaffolding up. Is that insulation on those pipes on the right-hand side like toasty? Look like a marshmallow. You know, you get the marshmallow just right, and it's got the little crinkly, brownish layer on the outside. Fair bit of rust on parts of the tower there. Looks like we went for the entire tilt up. Another zoomed in shots of the, what do you call it, the hinge, the pivot point. Look at that massive shackle in the middle. It's as big as a person. There's a ship lifting pin sticking on the side. So this pin is what goes into the same point as that little lifting jig that we saw back in the Mega Bay. Remember when I was talking about the thing going in underneath the flaps? That's sort of the same thing that pin does. It's just on the Chopsticks you have the two sides, and when you have the bridge crane you just have one sort of connection point. So you have to have something that distributes the load, and it connects to those same attach points. So you can have a fully tiled ship and lift it the same way that the Chopsticks would lift it. A bit of a new structure around the rail there. I don't think that's a guide really. I wonder if it's a reinforcement. Is it something to, something, I didn't have the context as to where that new structure on the rail was. I don't know that it's there. I wonder if it's like to reinforce the carriage on the rail during the catch operation. I'd have to go back and look to see. See, it's right there. And it's like reinforced on either side. We're going to do some asking about that. I'm going to ask some people what they think. What do y'all think is going on there? Because it really looks like, is it something to keep the carriages from jumping off the rail? These are time-lapsed here still. Remember the little flappy piece of tape? I don't know what that is on the left-hand side of the tower. But for now, these are still being time-lapsed to sort of speed it up. Oh, that looks weird. Okay, so this is real time. And you can see, you're going to have to rewind this a couple times, but if you rewind and watch that a few times, right? Watch the tower. Okay, we'll speed it up. It's easier to see. Do you see the tower? This is a skyscraper that's been built on the beach, and there's so much momentum in those sticks when they close. The entire steel tower shakes back and forth. Go back, again, watch it in real time, and then watch the 5X, and the whole thing wobbles back and forth. Good grief. So not a lot to see here on Test Tank 16. Actually, we don't even have a label saying that this is Test Tank 16. It's sort of, 16 is the next number, right? So we've put 16 there, but we haven't confirmed that that's actually 16. Maybe that should be in quotes. It might be in quotes when you actually see the video. But there we've got that crab stand. All the windows in the background. And we are rolling out to Masseys for some testing. I'm going to assume this was taken from the side of the road. Yeah, there we go. There's a little bit more side of the road angle. Jack staying up late one evening to catch this here. The light stands. Sometimes the light stands work against us. Sort of blind the camera. Sometimes the light stands work with us. They work for us here. We can get behind them like this. Looking at the tile side, it's pretty dark there. More work over on the office building. I saw the comment about the curtain walls. I think I was pretty clear that the walls were not load-bearing, and they just sort of hang on the side of the buildings like curtains. I do read the comments, though. What is that thing? I almost need to rewind that. I've never seen one of those in operation before. Is that like a component? It looked like a tiller for your yard, right? It did look like a tiller, like you would till up your soil so that you could plant things. I doubt that's what's happening there. You'd see the studs for the SpaceX logo there. And just on this side of the building, it looks like just about all the glass. I almost need that angle down there on the left-hand side. But look at the crane reflecting in the glass. That's really cool. Holes in Mega Bay 2. I wonder what the context on that is. Some holes have been made or cut up or something like that. We've got some pipes arriving at Pad B. Yes, I agree. Those look like pipes. The CC 8800-1 was partially lowered. So we got some rain going through there as well. And then they went ahead and fully lowered it all the way down. There you go. Peeking in through the windows, we've got more Nosecones in the Starfactory. And the big fan. Anybody know the brand name of the fan back there? I know the brand name, but you'll have to see if you can figure it out. It's a big fan. I know somebody's going to know. Anyways, coming up on the end of the video, did you find the secret thing that we added to the last video? We didn't have it ready when the video released, but now you can select your audio track. If you select the default audio track, you hear me. And if you select, for now, it's US, it's English US, English United States. If you select that audio track, it'll play the ambient audio with no commentary for you. So click the gear down there in the lower right-hand side, choose an audio track, and which one you like. I mean, you want to listen to me? You don't want to listen to me. It's your choice. But for now, that's the end of our Starbase summary here. I'm Das, and I will see you all later.